Do you wonder what a buyer's agent will do for you? Well, stick around, I'm going to answer that question. Hi, I'm Judy Mitchell with Mitchell Realty in St. John, New Brunswick, and I get asked a lot of the same questions over and over, so I'm doing a frequently asked questions series. It seems like people really know what a listing agent does for the sellers, but quite often they don't understand what a buyer's agent is. First thing I'd like to cover is that you should have a buyer's agent. A lot of people just call the number on the sign in front of the house and they default into whatever agent happens to be selling the house. It's much smarter to interview agents or to call them and have a chat with them and make sure that they're a good fit for you. They understand what you're looking for, that they work in that area, in that price range, in that type of property that you're looking for, so that you've hired someone who kind of specializes in what you need. The other thing to make sure you understand is that buyer's agents do not cost you anything in most situations. In the 15 years I've been in this business, I've never had a buyer need to pay me directly, but there is a chance that if somebody buys something that is not listed on MLS or is under special circumstances, there could be times when a buyer agent gets compensated from the buyer. It's very unusual, and no buyer's agent should ever work with you and not talk to you about that in advance. So make sure you have that conversation ahead of time and make sure they know that you want to know if there's going to be any charges to you as a buyer if there's special circumstances. A buyer's agent, we work very hard to make sure that you see any homes that are suitable to you. In this crazy, fast, busy market, that means being on the ball every single day, looking for listings that suit your criteria. When a house comes on the market, we need to get you in right away. If you're not available, I know it happens a lot, shift workers in particular, people who don't live in town, sometimes one member of the couple, it has to work, the other doesn't. We can do Zoom showings, we can do video showings. There's all kinds of ways to let you see the house without being present. So don't miss a house just because you're not available. As soon as the house comes on the market, we should be able to show you the house within a day or so, because listings now are selling within 2 or 3 days maximum if they're a good property and priced right. The buyer's agent will work with you through all the steps of buying the house, from writing the contract to going through all the conditions. In New Brunswick, we have standardized forms, and those forms include clauses like financing, inspection, water tests if it's on a well, and any extra terms and conditions you might have. Maybe you have special issues with the septic tank needing to be cleaned or inspected. Maybe you want to make sure that your roof is checked. There's all kinds of extra conditions that we can ask for on a specific house-by-house basis. And your buyer's agent will work with you on all of those conditions to make sure that everything is done on time and in the right order, and we make sure that you're protected. My number one goal when I'm working with a buyer is to make sure there's no surprises. There's no such thing as a perfect house. I don't care if it's a multi-million-dollar brand new construction or a 150-year-old duplex uptown. They all have little things that need to be dealt with and fixed, and that you're going to learn over time that, oh shoot, this isn't as good as I expected, or this needs work. Even when there's an inspection, there's always going to be little things. The goal is to make sure there are little things and that we've caught any of the big things in advance and that there's no surprises. My goal is no surprises. If you have any questions about working with me as a buyer's agent, or any questions about being a buyer in this market, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. And if you have any other questions other than buyer's questions, just send a comment or send me a message and I'm happy to answer those as well.